Alright, you're right, guys and girls. Welcome back to another vlog video on my YouTube channel. Just want to start trying dig down a little bit, try to do some parts of the video which people might like, might not like. But so I was born in '87. My brother was born 10 years before I was born, so he's be 44 this year, 45. And obviously, we grew up in different periods. Like, he was in the 70s, I was in the 80s and stuff and all that. So I came a little on a bit later, right? Now, he drinks alcohol now, and I'm still trying to fathom what is going on or what goes on. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not jealous at all because I've got a shit ton of stuff that I do on like computers I'm into, so I'm not really worried about something. So I'm not sort of phased by my brother at all in any circumstances. It doesn't really phase me at all. Now, it gets to the point where he's drinking alcohol every day. My mum knows that when she gives him money, she says she's doing it basically because he's doing it because he hasn't got no food, which is bullshit. Because we know when he gets money, he goes straight down to the shop, Morrison's, Tesco's, Asda, or some. I don't think he goes to Sainsbury's. Probably sometimes he probably did, but what phases me is that she's killing him, and it is hard for me to see this happening. I can see it all playing out now, to this point, to this day. Now, I want to do like various different videos on it, sort of a collection of vlogs on this. Now what really pisses me off, slightly pisses me off, I'm not like full on gonna blow like a head gasket or anything, but actually I'll tell you what today it is today, Sunday the 2nd of May 2021 at the video. Now, what really pisses me off, he drinks alcohol, he's killing himself, basically, drinking all this alcohol, he's fucking his liver up. Obviously, the government are just basically getting people to buy alcohol to kill themselves anyway, so they can profit off it, off the actual money, because they're making money on people who go into hospitals. The NHS are making money off people with liver problems and all this kind of shit. So obviously they both, the NHS and also the government themselves, the UK government, are making quite a lot of money. This is the reason why they do not want to get rid of this A-class drug. I mean, alcohol in itself is an A-class drug. Not like cannabis. Cannabis, I think, is like a class B drug. It should be actually a class A drug, because obviously when you get to that point, it does a lot of damage mentally. It will fuck people up. And you could say, oh, well, I've been on it for like 20, 30 years, hasn't done any damage. Actually, have you had a medical check? Have they actually checked your sort of brain out or done scans up to that point? They probably haven't. And if you have, you're probably one of those lucky ones. But obviously, when you're in lockdown and your mental health goes down the drain, obviously, the government doesn't want to do anything. And like a friend of mine was saying the other day, why don't they have a MHS? And her husband was on about it as well. Mental Health Service. We've got the National Health Service, but we have not got a mental health service. Now, there's talks now that they're going to be bringing in a new law to basically legalize cannabis. or maybe there's talks around it. Obviously, Boris doesn't want to do it, which is fair enough, and it's brilliant, it's fantastic, great. But the thing is, if you think about it, say they do put the CBD oil, the low amounts of cannabis, and say we're going to make it, legalize it, so people. Next minute, it's not going to be hard enough. It's not going to be strong enough. Then you guys and girls will be moaning because the actual cannabis is weak and it's still giving you sort of no effects at all. Then what happens then? You'll be going on to some other drugs. The thing is, cannabis in a way is a gateway to other drugs, and people don't sort of get that, and they don't fathom that. But I think most of all, I think alcohol should definitely be banned, but the government won't be doing anything like that at all, due to the fact that alcohol makes them money, it makes the government rich, it gives them lots of money, and then they profit off it and put it in their pockets, and then they don't give a shit about people's health. To be honest, like, if the government had cared about people's health, they would be putting people's health first and not last, or not profiting off the money from people's health in the first place. Now, with my brother who drinks alcohol, he's actually, in a way, he's suffering, but he doesn't realise that he's got an addiction problem. It's a mental health thing, and obviously we've got no mental health service, or not just like sort of alcohol, for instance, for mental health. Mental health in general is like really bad. And to be honest, the government hasn't even come up or fathomed anything like this for a mental health service. And we're never going to get this. We're never going to get the government to sort of ban alcohol in that way, because they say, oh, it's a people's choice. But obviously, yes, we do get it. It's like your choice at the end of the day if you want to drink, or in moderation. But the amount of people since lockdown has gone up to 45%. That's almost half of the UK have got mental health problems. And when this COVID's finished, obviously we're getting back to normal now, but what about winter comes, and then say we get another sort of like another wave of COVID, and then everyone's locked down again. Being in lockdown is not good for your mental health, and then we end up getting 3 to 4 lockdowns in the past 2 years. Do you think that's actually helping our mental health? And it's really annoying. But anyway, just getting back to my brother a minute. So what really annoys me, I do sort of all the cleaning around the house, helping my mum, doing the cooking, cleaning, washing, clean her backside, take her to the toilet backwards and forwards. Now, my brother drinks alcohol in that way, right? He drinks a lot when he gets pissed. He'll go on a bender, then he'll go to his friends in sort of this power talk in a UK room. They're just taking the piss out of him in there. They're encouraging him. He's in a little group where he gets drunk, they get drunk, and then next minute it sort of it just explodes. They kick him out of the room, they brings him back, they give him a hat, and so on and so on and so on. But what really pisses me off, okay, right, if he wants to drink himself into a grave or whatever, that's his choice at the end of the day, right? No doubt in that. But the thing is, when I'm doing everything around the house, and I'm looking after my mum, and then suddenly I comes in there, now my friend was a witness to this earlier, right? So my friend, I was sort of talking to them on sort of the tippy-tappy thing here on the screen, and I comes in because I got an order. I ordered some food, a delivery to come to the house, a veg burger, which I'm doing now because I've only had so much to eat. Now, they heard my mum say, oh, she called out for my brother's name instead of me. She thought I was my brother, and like, it's happened on numerous times. And then she goes, oh, it was an accident. Now, accidents usually one or two. I've mistakenly called you this by mistake. And I would get it if it was once or twice. But when it's 50, 60 or 70 times, that's just taking the piss. And after everything I've done around the house and all this kind of stuff. But I still do it. I mean, obviously, I love my mum to bits. My brother is disrespectful. He don't like my mum, but my mum still helps him around the house, or helps him give him money, basically. Behind my back, and she lies about it and all this kind of shit. He gets his own 2 weeks money, or every so often, off the government. He doesn't work around the house. He doesn't help lifting a finger. He doesn't help with my mum at all. I'm the one that does everything around the house. And then I'm looking after my disabled brother as well, upstairs. Kevin as well. I look after him. And it's like almost like a kick in the face, basically. But I still do it. And I don't know what you guys and girls think, but I think there is something. And then she'll bring up something about Kevin, which happened to him about 20 years ago and back. And it's like a constant thing. She'll start changing the subject, or she'll bring something up just so she wouldn't have the talk with me about her calling me by my brother's name, my real brother's name and stuff. And with Kevin, he's like sort of disabled, but he's on my dad's side. And it's like, I don't know, it's really weird. Now, it could be something mentally going on in the head. It could be some form of dementia, but I don't know. I don't think, because usually can tell a lot, but I don't know. I just feel sort of like a black sheep, pretty much, like sort of like on my own doing everything. And obviously I don't get a thank you and stuff and all this, but I don't expect the thank yous. I don't expect doing that, because I do it because I care for my mum at the end of the day. And any decent person would literally be thinking that too, would be like looking after mum no matter how hard the fucking job is. And it is hard. It's hard. I don't sort of like get any carer's allowance. I don't get any help. I don't want any help, because I feel like I'm being treaded on, like someone's treaded on my toes. And it's the way it goes. I'm sort of strong in this matter. I don't give a shit, to be honest. Like, okay, like, obviously my mum sort of calls me by my brother's name. I don't care. It's just not really fazed me, but I just feel a lack of respect pretty much in the house, considering. And I think if my brother was basically on his own, in a flat on his own, or maybe a place on his own, it would make it more easier sort of for me to look after my mum, rather than my two brothers keep annoying us all the time and just keep sort of putting her down as well. They're basically putting her down a lot of the times. And my alcoholic brother keeps sort of like being sort of negative all the time. It's just all the negativity in the house. It's just like anything. And obviously I don't really sort of put much on here, but I thought I would sort of explain what goes on in the house. And it kind of takes that weight off the shoulders a little bit. To me it does. And then just sort of kind of put it onto my channel here as well, so people knows what's can go on in house. Or obviously there's more to what's going on than what is being sort of shown, because not a lot of it is being shown in that kind of matter, because I don't record everything and stuff. I just sort of do videos about it. And obviously there is something wrong with my brother's alcohol addictions. Obviously he doesn't want to be sort of to tell everybody he's got an alcoholic addiction. He believes it's just sort of it's an illusion. There's no such thing as an alcoholic and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, let us know in the comments below, guys and girls. Hope you understand what's going on and reasons why sometimes I want to try and get away sometimes. And this is the reason I go on my computer, I play video games or upload videos of me doing different things. It's just an escapism. And it's the escapism of just being somewhere where I'm not where I am now. I don't want to be here, not like here, like I'm going to kill myself. No, not that point. But it's the point that when I'm in virtual reality, it's amazing. It takes me to somewhere different, at least for temporary solutions. And it's fantastic though. I love it. I love VR and stuff, and I've got into it. And it's a healthy addiction, is virtual reality in itself. Maybe not sort of great. I get out and about and I take my mum out. We went out a couple of days going back. Actually Friday we went out. Took her out Friday and we went into town. Got some food. Got a bit of fresh air. She was a bit more bubbly up then, up and down. And it was great. But it's not a short-term solution. Obviously I want it for long term. I would love to actually just get my own place and just get me and my mum just living there and not have to worry about my other two brothers and stuff. So it's, I don't know. I would say if me and my mum was just on our own, it would be fantastic. It'd be great. It'd be more healthier, and I don't know. It's one of those things, but anyway, I hope you guys and girls enjoy the video. If you did, let us know in the comments below, guys and girls, and stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode.